Scorpio, how's it going? You're up for a read. You're overdue. Let's do a reading for you. Sun, Moon, Rising. It'll be a general read. Take what resonates, of course, and leave the rest. Okay. Great. Messages for Scorpio, please. Messages for Scorpio. Messages for Scorpio, please. Okay. You came out of the deck here. Death. You know your potential. You know your potential to be cutthroat. To end something. You understand your potential. Knight of Swords. So now we're dealing with air energy. So there's an intelligence. There's a movement. It feels like you're carrying something all the way through to the absolute end. And it's what you do best. And yet, like, I'm getting from the cards almost like this teetering on that energy. Like, maybe you wonder if you've taken it too far and you can't come back from it, but you know, like, almost like how to apply the pressure of your energy on the situation to transform it. And it's almost like you're feeling out the situation and what it calls for in terms of, like, you know that you have the potential for something to completely wield under your thumb, under your power. Wield or yield. You have a deep understanding of your power. I feel from these cards almost like something in you wants to end something altogether, because you're not only moving with some sort of truth of something that you carry with you. With the Knight of Swords, it's this kind of, in other decks, the Knight of Swords is almost this rushing energy, this making moves in a particular direction without, in almost a reckless manner, but, you know, you're carrying this truth. Here it's almost like you're carrying it with the confidence of youth almost. It's giving this youthful vibe. And, but I see the depth of Scorpio here. That rides along with it, and it's deep, and it's dark, and it's confident, and it's like dancing in the ashes almost, or like standing back and watching that which has been ended or transformed, ended. It's almost like you show up to finish the job. Like you would come in at the end to make sure everything's complete. And when you come in, you clean up and clear up everything that was left behind. You make sure nothing is left alive. Get a little bit of arrogance here. With the Knight of Swords, it's like sorry, I'm getting a lot with these two cards. It's like the job is finished. It's ended fully. When you arrive, the end has come. And then it's like you turn and move swiftly away. I don't know if you're communicating that with someone. It's almost like your message actually, it's like this dark thing happens, this clearing happens, this ending happens, and you see to it that it's fully ending. And then you like ride off, and it brings like this levity. It's like you knew it needed to happen. But the energy switches. It's like this other side of you comes online. That's a little lighter. Maybe you're moving on to communicate with someone, and then you'll head to your next job, so to speak, or your next whatever it is you're doing. Okay. Whew, a lot of words to get out there. Interesting. So Six of Pentacles is here. There's conversation here. This is an earth energy, right? Six of Pentacles is about giving, taking, receiving, deciding how to equally distribute something practically. It feels like there's some explaining going on. Well, you know, I ended this thing, and then I moved over here, and I'm kind of doing this thing, and people are kind of, you know, maybe someone's in awe of you, and someone's like, well, is that what you really want to do? Is that like the move you want to make? So it seems like there could be some giving and receiving of practical advice around this situation. Yeah. Like, did I make the right choice? What do you think about this? And there's something here too that's that's top of mind. You know, you're weighing maybe a couple of things, but there's and people are like, well, have you thought about this? And what about this? And yeah, there's something here top of mind. Like the choice, like the thing that you want the most. It's almost like, how do I balance maybe even like having it all or something like that. Yeah, because there's something that you want. Now you can switch positions up if this is someone you feel like you're dealing with. It feels like you or someone doesn't have access with the Five of Pentacles here. It's like Five of Pentacles. We have the Five of Pentacles here, but the Sixth Pentacle is missing. And it's almost like saying, I have everything I want, but this one thing I don't have. I'm estranged from it. It's interesting to see like a figure with you looking out. It's like maybe even discussing this with like a trusted friend, trying to seek out advice for how to get the thing that is no longer, that feels out of reach, that feels far away. With the Five of Pentacles, it's not accessible to you. And then we have like this conflict inside with the Magician. And Two of Wands and the Magician, it's almost like this choice point. Like examining the one thing. It's like the choice point, like I want this. It's like coming to a crossroads and deciding that it's worth trying to have it, because we have the Magician. It's almost become like an obsession. There's an obsession here. The thing that I want that I cannot have. When I get whatever, when I'm the Scorpio. I get what I want. I've never not gotten what I want. This could be too someone who ended something and then realized like, oh, actually, like I went in to prove this point. I went in to end this thing. I went in to communicate and really take actions toward the end of this thing. And now I realize I'm never going to get it back. And now I'm obsessed with it, obsessed with having it again. How does a Scorpio bring to life that which it has killed? That which it has poisoned to death? I guess I want to ask, do you really want it? Or is it the not having it that creates the obsession? Because you were so sure. You were so sure up here. But now that it is gone, it has become the thing that you seek. And then this doesn't necessarily have to be love. It could be friendship. It could be an idea. It could be a job. It could be a spiritual identity. But now there is this obsession because it ignites this part of you that understands power, that understands and wants to know and wants to play with, if I have this much power to end something so thoroughly, do I have the same power to bring it back to life? Is the love still there? Nine of Cups. It's cold without this person. I thought it was everything else that I wanted and needed. Be careful that there is no illusion here, because you are tempted by the things that you also walk away from, and maybe wisely so. So sometimes those cold nights, in those cold nights, we think of the warmth. And I get that it's feeling cold, maybe in terms of love and being on the outside, but not in terms of friendship. Just be careful that if you decide to use your powers to bring something back from the dead, that it's actually what you want. Okay? In reality and not in fantasy. Because fantasy is so beautiful. It's so alluring, you know? Do you want commitment? Do you want the stability of a home life, or do you want to be single? Do you want love, or do you want a beautiful object? Those two things are very different. One is always beautiful and the moon is always shining there because they need very little from you. The other is built with dirt and passion and struggle and meaning and seeing the realness of another person, the way they look at their worst, the way they are at their worst, the way they are at their best, and the joy of dancing in that kind of commitment, that kind of dedication. Or is it the object of someone that you want? And that can be upheld for a little bit until their humanness begins to show. So there's a choice point here. There's an examination. Because what is an object can be held, but it cannot hold you. You can hold it, but it cannot hold you. But a relationship, two subjects can build together. Do you want a new beginning? Do you want to begin again? I love your audacity. A little bit of water in the moonlight, a little bit of emotion. Between two friends. Maybe that's enough. But maybe it isn't. Good luck, Scorpio.